took out the number 7 Aston Martin of Thomas Enger. Miguel Ramos himself did manage to limp back to the pits and get the team starting to work on the car. Safety car was therefore on circuit for a few laps as the race restarted. Mark Canarisi in that yellow Corvette, who stayed out of trouble, managed to ease away up front. Behind him, the other Corvette was going well, the Xavier Marson car, but also looking to make some moves pretty early on was Alfred Hager. He was enjoying himself in his Maserati and managed to squeeze past Stefan Mucker. After that, Stefan Mucker himself was on a bit of a charge, but meanwhile there was some great racing going on, particularly between the Nissans further down the pack. Michael Bartels then found himself under pressure from Romain Grosjean, and Grosjean wasn't stopping there. He was easing past as many cars as he could in his challenge to get a podium finish. Meanwhile, there are other fighting going on further down between Aston Martin and Nissan as Jonathan Hershey found himself embroiled in that particular tangle. Romain Grosjean was the guy to watch at this early stage of the race, though. He was really pushing on, putting in some very, very fast laps indeed. Henrici, though, was still leading in the Corvette as we got towards the pit stop time. Changes further down. It was all around that sort of top 10 position that we were watching a lot of this particular battling. Henri Moser, who was driving the number 3 Nissan at that time, battling with Raphael Daniel. Well, Grosjean continued on his charge. He left it until a little later than some of the others to make his pit stop and used that clear air very, very effectively indeed to close up on the race leader. But the yellow Corvette, after the pit stops, managed to stay in front. And Henrici had done sufficient that when Andy Zuber took over on his new tyres, he was able to put in some very quick laps himself. We then saw some great racing between the Nissans. Seiji Ara managed to squeeze his Swiss Racing Nissan past the Sumo Power car, but up front there were no problems at all for Andy Zuber, who stroked it home, let the gap drop. He had a 10-second lead at one point, he let it drop down to 2.25 seconds by the flag. That didn't matter. All that mattered was the first win of the season for the Phoenix Racing Corvette, second place to the Ford GT of Martech Racing, and third place to the Vitacrone Maserati of Andrea Bertolini and Michael Bartels. So victory for Andy Zuber. He will start on pole position later on today for the championship race. We'll see you.